Hello. The site is in touch with you, GURU.Markets. Thank you very much for paying attention to us. We will look at the main fundamental indicators of the company Johnson & Johnson, ticker JNJ. The review was created based on current information as of May 11, 2024. According to classification GURU.Markets, company Johnson & Johnson belongs to the subcategory Hygiene. 52 organizations participate in the assessment. This is very representative. Let's start with general information about the company. If you want, you can put a stop. We invite you to study all the indicators of the company under study more thoroughly. Access to the database with the ticker structure is free and open. Please share this video among your friends. Thank you very much for your repost, as well as other help. We really need all this. Well, we're finally starting. Market capitalization of the company Johnson & Johnson valued at $360.79 billion. With a capitalization of the subcategory of $1,266 billion. Johnson & Johnson accounts for a share of 28.509% and is one of the leaders in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is estimated at $69.8 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $204 billion. Johnson & Johnson accounts for a share of 34.252%. Comparing the shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Share Johnson & Johnson in the subcategory when assessing market capitalization is 28.509%. The balance sheet capitalization is 34.252%, which is 20% more than the share of the exchange value. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Final company assessment. Johnson & Johnson will be demonstrated at the very end of the video. Please review the logic of the study in full. The debt obligations of the organization under study amount to $33.505 billion. Financial liabilities to book capitalization account for 48% of the company's capital. Result on the company's financial obligations. Good, 1 point. The ratio of the company's stock market value to its profit is 21.6. The subcategory average of 24.8 is 13% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the company's stock market value to its profit in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. Profits for the last 12 months amounted to $17,492 million. Projected earnings for the coming 12 months are tentatively expected to be $23,901 million, which is 36.6% more than at the current moment. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The balance of company value to revenue corresponds to 4. The average for the subcategory is 3.2, and this is 25% higher than for the subcategory. Assessment of the market price-to-revenue ratio in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $89,660 million. Forward revenue for the coming 12 months is tentatively expected to be $122,510 million. And this is 37% more than at the current moment. An assessment of the projected future revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. If you are interested in this analytics, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. For you, because it is free, you will greatly help the development of this project. The sales margin is 19.5%, with an average for the subcategory of 13%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6.5%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 16.576%. This is 72% less than the share of market capitalization. And this fact shows the discrepancy between the company's current exchange price Johnson & Johnson, most likely towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $2,735,000. Whereas for the subcategory $1,590,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 72%. Estimation of the amount of market capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of subcategory companies. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per company employee is $132,600. Average for the subcategory, $64,200. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 107%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The share of sales for each company employee is $680,000. By subcategory $493,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 38%. Estimation of revenue per individual employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Shares for sale correspond to 0.7%, with a subcategory average of 4.5%. This is an indicator of possible short squeeze risk. Indicator RSI, 14, shows the 50% level for the company Johnson & Johnson. Whereas in the subcategory this level is approximately 52%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued approximately the same as the company's shares Johnson & Johnson. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Johnson & Johnson and subcategory shares. We will see that over the past 12 months the company's shares Johnson & Johnson showed a dynamics of -7.3%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory -19%. This definitely doesn't mean anything, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Before showing the total score, please leave your stock rating Johnson & Johnson in the comments to this video. We look through every comment and try to give an answer to almost every one. Your responses in the comments help develop information from GURU.Markets. The result is as follows: 5.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.4 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire US stock market in general, we see that the average result for the entire US stock market is 0.3 points. Against a score of 5.5 points for Johnson & Johnson. Let's look at the order table. It is available. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions by the evaluation information system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the analysis of the company's shares Johnson & Johnson. Information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets. A decision is made. Do not open an order due to Johnson & Johnson is an overvalued company in the subcategory. Thank you all very much for watching this video and using the help system GURU.Markets. You all are the most excellent audience.